This is David Holloway, founder of Hunting Greatness, and I want to welcome you to a very special interview I'm doing with Gordie Gronkowski. He's going to be sharing some real secrets, wisdom, and a little bit on his journey. But first, I want to thank you for taking the time out to listen to this, and I hope you find it valuable. We're here with one of the Gronks, Gordie Gronk, the oldest. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Dave, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you still get, when you say you're getting diced last night, you still keep it up with the weight room, man?
I have to keep up with my younger brothers. That's why I'm in the gym all the time, morning, afternoon, night. And, my dad, I can't let him keep looking smoother than me,
I know, right? I've seen him in some of the YouTube clips with his shirt off, man. He still looks pretty good.
Still a legend.
Yeah, still a legend. So let's start there. I wanted to the first question, where did kind of the athletic dream start for you when you were younger? And so you were the oldest, so you didn't really have, like your younger brothers, someone to look up to and kick your ass and make you tough. So what did that beginning kind of look like for you?
I don't know. All my younger brothers were bigger than me, so it was looking up to an older brother. I think the biggest thing, and if we're talking sports right away and getting from where we were as kids and as brothers to where we are now, it really falls back on our parents. And, our parents really taught us, teamwork and, how to do things together. But, more importantly, we're from Buffalo, New York. And it's hard to play any other sport up there because it's 4 seasons, besides hockey. Everyone loves hockey in Buffalo, but for us to leave and all of us to, go and play a pro sport, you ask the question of how does that happen? And it starts with our parents. They, kept us in the weight room at a young age. Young meaning, 6th, 7th grade, taught us how to do things the right way, high reps, low weight. And then, the biggest thing when I was talking with my dad and mom to get to the next step was what sport do you want to play? And that's hard when you're from Buffalo. You're like, I play hockey, I play basketball, I play golf, I play baseball, but I never played football, which is funny because obviously all 4 of the younger bros played.
Right.
But when it's like, how do you leave Buffalo to go play baseball? That's where my dad said, hey, you can't play in Buffalo. You need to leave. You need to set the examples for your younger brothers. And at the time when you're 17, 18 years old, it's kind of hard to understand what they're trying to tell you.
Right.
But, my dad's like, hey, we got to go to Florida. We got to go to North Carolina. We got to go visit these schools and see if you can have an opportunity. If that's what you want to do and that's what you're passionate about, let's get on the plane and go do that. And the next thing I was fortunate to be offered a couple, scholarships in Buffalo, but, I was really fortunate to be offered a Division I walk-on opportunity that, the rest was history. And I was able to, make it professionally from there. Yeah.
So what position were you in? Where did you start off professionally?
So I played first base for Jacksonville University. Once you get there, the crazy thing is okay, you're good in Buffalo, New York, but these guys are already drafted. They're incredible. You're a walk-on, and it's like, what are you going to do next? And the thing is, you have to stay humble, and you got to lead by example and just work your butt off. And me being from Buffalo, that's all I knew is how to work hard and balance my schedule and my time in the classroom and on the field. And it led to my success on and off the field. But a lot of that's credited to my parents. They were like, hey, you can't stay up north. If you're here, you're going to get in trouble. Your brothers are going to follow you, because that's what younger brothers do.
Right.
And the rest is history. All 4 of my younger brothers left and went to different colleges, not in Buffalo, and we're all successful professionally.
Yeah. The best one being Maryland. I just want to point that out.
There's and Dan, the Terps, Bentleys. What do you know about bar?
Yeah, those good times, man. Hey, listen, that just gave me another respect notch for you, because I also was a walk-on. Give me a couple of stories about the weight room and how important that was to you guys.
If you went to our high school back, 22, 23 years ago when I was there, we didn't really have a fitness center or weight room. So, we've been fortunate that our father started G&G Fitness Equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So we are a retail store where you come in and buy fitness equipment for your home. But obviously we had to have the best stuff if your dad's going to be the owner of a fitness company. So we used to have all the kids over in the neighborhood working out, all the brothers worked out together. And the cool thing is our parents never forced us to work out. They just showed us how to do it. Mm-hmm. And then said, hey, this is how you're going to do it. They'll push us a little bit, but if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Right.
They don't want to be those people that were, down your throat, forcing you to have to do things. So, we kind of figured that stuff out on our own. But having a younger brother like Dan, who was 2 years younger than me, that played with you, was like the chick mag, the varsity quarterback. He started on all the varsity teams. Right. With me being a junior and senior, he was a freshman, sophomore, and he was the dude, 6'6" stud, weighed 20 pounds more than me and was getting recruited everywhere. And I was a senior, like, wow, my younger brother's the man, But having him push me, without him, I probably wouldn't have got to where I am today either because, I didn't really want to work out. But then I saw the success he was having in the classroom, in the fitness center, and on the sports field. And it pushed me, and at the time, you don't realize how important that was, having him as my younger bro, but doing it, leading by example in a cool way,
Right.
Just doing it by working hard and not talking much about it. So that was the awesome leadership that you talked about with Dan, as well in the fitness center.
I noticed that as soon as he came in. And the thing I always tell people is success is never achieved alone. And it takes everybody. Like you said, it started with your parents. There's pieces from you, from Dan. So the Gronkowski name that grew, to be as big as it is, it took everybody. It was really cool to see and happy for all you guys.
Appreciate that.
Being the oldest, you're kind of like the third parent. What's one of the things that you feel like you really want to teach your younger siblings? For me, it was always kind of toughness. Like I'm older, you're going to get I'm going to kick your ass. You're going to be tough to prepare you for what's coming and give you a head start. And that helped for my brothers. I had two sisters too, so they had to deal with it also. But I wanted, is something my grandfather really pushed for me, them being sports stars in the 70s and 80s, you had to be tough. So it's something I wanted to share. What was kind of the number one or two things you really wanted to pass on to them?
As an older brother, I think one of the biggest things is setting examples to your four younger brothers, because they look up to you.
Right.
And they copy and do a lot of the things that you do.
Right.
So I think one of the biggest things is, leading and setting examples as an older brother. Yeah. The other thing too is sharing, as kids, I used to get all the presents, me and Dan, but then Chris would get them, then Rob would get them. So even though there was the same amount of presents under the tree, getting less presents. So you had to learn, I think the biggest thing as older brothers, learn how to share, especially around the holidays. But again, as you get older, you laugh about it, you have more respect about it. Looking out for each other, all of us were 2 years apart. So, we always had each other's back. So even if one got in trouble and you came home and the other one was with you, you're probably going to be taking the blame with your other brother. So you just got to understand that, have each other's back, whether it's good or bad. You're going to be taking the blame with your brother as well. When
you guys would come to the Maryland games, it was always the crew coming together. And it was just really cool to see that family dynamic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess one from your mom, one for your dad, kind of lesson that stood out most from that.
From my mom, treat others how you want to be treated. That's kind of the way, she always taught us when we were younger. You want that to fall back on you. I look at it as good karma now. Yeah. And I also think anytime you do something like that, you always leave a smile on someone's face. And I mean, what better feeling is that, you know?
Right.
I just try to stay positive, and I got, you know, learned that through her when I was younger, to keep people, like, leave them feeling happy, which is awesome. I would say for my dad, he's more like that hustler. So, you know, hustle for like what you love doing or what you love, you know, always grinding in fitness. He always loved fitness and helping people out. And so he started a fitness company to help people live a better life and to have better fitness equipment in the Northeast for people. And he's one of the top 2 largest, most successful fitness companies in the US. And it speaks a lot about his hustle and his hard work, but understanding how to balance that while having 5 kids as well.
Yeah, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Having 5 kids, that's an accomplishment all in itself. Especially 5 boys. I can only imagine.
The creator.
Yeah, man, that's great. But I know he's super proud and happy now. But that's awesome. I always love hard work stories. We talked about the hard work, having each other's back, having a foundation, you know, putting smiles on people's faces, all great foundational pillars. But there's one thing I think that kind of sticks out when you think about Gronks. You guys just look like you're having so much fun all the time. Like, you bring so much energy and joy and fun to the process that really, it's almost like a spark for other people. People love that. And, you know, Mojo's got that too, but that fun energy, I think that's something that a lot of people overlook. So just talk about that for a little bit. What does it mean to you to bring fun to the process and have that fun energy while you're working hard and achieving what you achieve?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the key word right there is energy. You know, I think if the biggest thing we love doing, and I think it rubs off on each other, is we just like having good vibes. You know, and having good vibes and having a good time and staying balanced, not letting your like highs get too high, but your lows get too low. You know, it brings that positive energy. And that's how we kind of try to, you know, go about our life, you know, and each day and to each other. You know, we try to always look for the positive and the best out of each other and just have a good time.
Yes.
You know, I think that's, you know, what keeps us who we are today is, you know, we act like we're kids still, whether it's in business or whether it's on the football field, you know.
And I think that's important because so many people, they get old and then they get boring, they stop playing. And even your dad, I see your dad with his shirt off, and I'm like, that is awesome. If I'm that age with my shirt off.
Yeah, 61. My dad still hasn't stopped. You know, he's always bringing the energy. He's always positive, you know, and that rubs off on people and on you.
Yeah, of course.
And he's always said, just, you know, live your life like it's your last day. You really don't know. And, you know, I know people had, you know, crazy stories happen around them, especially as you get older, there's going to be more. And he's always said, you know, live your life like it's your last, you know, and enjoy each day and, you know, treat others well and have fun. You know, I mean, that's really what it's about.
Yeah. Switching gears a little bit. When is the first time or a time you remember like you just kind of witnessed greatness?
I mean, me personally, I mean, that's a loaded question. I mean, probably most people are going to think of something to do with sports right now. But me seeing greatness is seeing my 4 younger brothers and what they have done for kids, you know, and for charity. And I think that's the greatest thing about them is how much time they spend in the community, what they do, not just for kids, but for the military, the amount of smiles, you know, and people they have touched through social media, through sports, just being fun-loving brothers, staying positive, bringing great vibes, and doing just events that none of them have to do. A lot of it, I hope that, you know, they look at me as, you know, I won in the minor leagues, you know, Fran Reardon Award, which was for my community service and voted on by all the teams when I played professional baseball in the minor leagues. And I carry that on my shoulder, and I'm proud of that. And I think that's what I'm most proud of them for. They've done so many great things on the field, but I think the greatest things they've done have been off the field.
Yeah. And I think that's true for so many athletes. There's the ones that really take time to use platforms, use their names to give back. Like you said, smiles. Keep coming back to that. I love Lots of smiles. You can't be around the Gronk family without lots of smiles. But I think that's so important to point out. Speaking of giving back in charity, are there ones you want to shout out?
We have our own charity as brothers. It's called the Gronk Nation Foundation. So pretty much we inspire youth to reach their maximum potential, like through sports, through education, through the community, and through health and fitness. It's awesome what all my brothers have done, and obviously what they've all done on the NFL field has really allowed us to take that platform to another level and be able to do things, you know, we probably never thought we could do, to be able to give back.
You're still the oldest, so they still look up to you and you still give a great example. Is that kind of where you want to lead your brothers kind of into the future in that fashion?
Yeah, I think, you know, we want people to know us for being fun, loving, and giving off great vibes and positive energy. And I think that energy is contagious. And you know, the people who do it, I think they feel like, hey, it's authentic, you know, because we haven't changed, you know, from day one.
Right.
And like, oh, we got there and we tried, you know, doing something to be cooler. No, that's just how we were brought up, and to be non-judgmental and to be cool with everyone and treat everyone how you want to be treated. And hopefully people see that and you know, see what we do for kids in the community and all the things we've done, you know, for the military and all the way around, you know. So that's the biggest thing, you know, and the most important thing, because everyone's sports career is going to end for the most part at some point.
Right.
So, you know, that's what you really want to be known for.
I love it. Any kind of Gronk Fitness stuff you want to talk about now? Yeah,
real quick, you know, with everything going on right now, if you need fitness equipment, G&G Fitness and Gronk Fitness has 16 retail stores. We're the second or top 2 largest fitness companies in the United States. So if you need your kettlebells, your dumbbells, your bands, your plyo boxes, any of your gym equipment, treadmills, ellipticals, bikes, some of it have the Gronk Spike logo on it, some of it don't. You know, please think of us, livefit.com, LIVEFIT, or, you know, follow me at Gordie Gronk on Instagram, DM me for any type of fitness equipment. I mean, fitness equipment's like toilet paper right now. You can hardly get it, but we have it. So make sure you hit us up for that. We also have our new lifestyle beverage coming out, literally the hottest, tastiest, healthiest vitamin T right there, called View. It's a functional health lifestyle brand with a portfolio of products, including our signature vitamin T right there.
Love it.
Check it out. 10 of your essential vitamins, and it's tea-based, and there's nothing on the market like it, with no sugar, anything added. So if you want to feel sweet and have you know, an amazing view, we also have our powder packets coming out too. So we're super excited about, you know, the stuff coming up. Ice Shakers is seen on Shark Tank when we were on there recently. When you have 4 younger brothers and there's 5 of us total, the thing is, when other people are being successful from what they're doing, it kind of pumps you up. Like, you know, Chris started the Ice Shaker and he went on Shark Tank. We all did it together, but that was his idea. So then it's like, hey, who can do something next? So then we come out with Gronk Fitness equipment with the Spike logo on it. And then we come out with the View, you know, vitamin T that's going to be better for your body and your life and help people live a better lifestyle.
Love it. Nothing like brothers in competition.
Oh, it's always competitive. Even now that we're off the field, we're now competing. I mean, competing off the field now.
Who's the most competitive, you think?
Oh, man, that's a tough question. It depends what mood you catch someone in.
Yeah.
Oh,
what have you guys, do you guys like play board games in the holidays?
Oh, yeah, we play cornhole, shuffleboard. You know, you got the basketball game. You know, so it depends. Like in each game, I feel everyone has like a little bit of an advantage. Glenn is really competitive in cornhole.
Yeah.
And 3 in the bucket. Rob's really, really competitive in ping pong. You know, Dan's really competitive in cornhole as well. And fishing. And Chris is a beast at fitness right now. He is taking it to the next level.
He is, man. I get jealous.
To the next level. Because he was getting super competitive and beastly, so I had to step it up too.
Best or top 2 parties that you've ever been to? That top
Gronk Beach last year.
Beach?
Yeah. And the Gronk Cruise. Those two were two of the craziest party with the most wildest singers, artists, DJs. We took it to a next level, but doing it the right way, you know? So that was off the charts. Whoever was there, I'm sure they would say that the Gronk Cruise and the Gronk Beach party are the top two wildest parties they've ever been at too.
Funny stories you want to tell about Gronk growing up?
Man, I mean, there's so many crazy stories, you know? I think the cool thing is, you know, with all the brothers, and I'll give you a little insight on a game we used to play. It used to be called Zoom, Zoom. So what you would do, so instead of all of us beating each other up because we had so much energy as kids, we would actually pull the cushions off of our couch.
Yeah.
And we'd line up in a corner, and our dad would say 1, 2, 3, and we'd all just fire up our engines, whether it was a car, a jet ski, a boat, and we would just start zooming it up, you know, just getting ready like we're revving that engine. And then all of a sudden we would just all go full speed, and we either try to gang up on one person or we all just crash and hit each other at once. And once you get knocked down and get jumped on with all the pillows, then you were out. So then you would line back up again in the corners and you'd crank it up again, you know. So
that's awesome.
Just a cool little like game and story that, you know, we always talk about. We had so much fun doing as kids. It's safe, it's fun, it's with pillows. But, you know, our parents were probably like, we need to get the energy out of these boys so they can sleep at night. Yeah. So you know how it is.
What's kind of the biggest difference between New England and Tampa now?
Well, biggest difference, weather. Anyone's going to do that.
Now, now that everybody's been down there a lot, does everybody want to stay, or is everybody going to come back north afterwards, you think?
You know, I mean, we're Buffalo boys. We're northern boys, you know, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we could live wherever we want to live, you know. I mean, I'm just excited to see the opportunity and the happiness of my brother. You know, he had to take a year off for obviously medical issues.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to see that he can play and be happy again without being in pain. So I'm just pumped up for him that he's having fun again.
Hey, listen, thanks for taking the time out. Take care.
All right, Playboy, be good. Stay healthy. Great hearing from you. You and the family have happy holidays.
Same to you, man. Stay nice too.
Bro.